Greetings, YouTube. Last night on the way to work, I heard a news piece on NPR that dealt with Attorney General Eric Holder making excuses for the Obama administration. Essentially, his position is that it's okay if the executive branch decides to execute American citizens in foreign countries without trial, because it doesn't have to be a judge that makes that kind of call, according to Attorney General Eric Holder. Now, I was always under the impression that it was the judicial branch of the government that was in charge of deciding whether someone was guilty of something, and if they were found guilty of something after having been arrested and tried, that it was their job to decide if someone could or could not be executed. But, according to Eric Holder, it's okay if the president just decides, yeah, that guy over there, yeah, kill him. Now, they're calling it, what is the wonderful bit of targeted killing? Yes, that's the term they're using. Targeted killing. Now, if a U.S. citizen commits an act of targeted killing, it's called murder. Now, if the U.S. government, on behest of the president, goes across a foreign border and commits an act of targeted killing, guess what? It's also murder. And the U.S. government, on the behest of President Obama, has murdered people. Why? The president didn't like them. He thought they were an imminent risk. Even though they were criminals, potentially committing a criminal act. Not actually committing a criminal act, potentially. They were never arrested. They were never charged. They were never tried. They were never found guilty of anything. He just decides, that guy over there, he should die. Now, right now in the city I'm in, there's a woman on trial. She's a U.S. citizen. She's on trial because there are people who say that she was involved in the Rwandan genocide that took place back in the 90s. And that she escaped from Rwanda, came to the United States, lied repeatedly, and eventually got her U.S. citizenship. And she's currently on trial for, essentially, crimes against humanity. Now, what would happen if someone in Africa decided it was okay to cross our borders, come into my city, either in person or through the use of a drone, America's favorite method for murdering U.S. citizens, and decided they were just going to murder her? Would we be okay with that? Would the United States say, yeah, it's okay, we understand, we do it ourselves. Yeah, it's all right, cross our borders, murder people. We're good. I don't think people would take it that well. So, why is it okay for us to do it? Of course, it isn't okay for us to do it. It's unethical and immoral and violates international law. But that has never stopped the United States government from doing anything it felt like doing when it comes to, like, stepping all over other countries' sovereignty and doing what they want. Like invading Iraq, for example. So, this is just another shining example of the United States' continued slide into the morass of immorality. Once again, we are showing that we flaunt international law and we have no regard for civil liberties. Yay.